Good day, you're welcome to SIF TV. My name is Victor Joseph, and today we'll be talking about drug abuse in Calabar, Cross River State, and we'll x-ray the concept of drug abuse and its effect in Calabar, Cross River State. Today I am here with
Oko Thomas.
Oko Thomas. You're welcome to SIF TV.
Thank you.
I want to find out from you, what do you understand by drug abuse?
Drug abuse, as the name implies, is excessive use of drugs.
Okay.
Drugs like marijuana, tramadol, and so on. They are drugs that are used for. Sometimes these drugs are used for positive reasons, but since it is used for negative reasons, that is why it is called drug abuse. So, like sometimes we confuse ourselves with drug misuse and drug abuse. Drug misuse is the one there's prescription, yet there's no adherence. Then for that of drug abuse that we are talking about, drug abuse is the excessive use of these drugs. Now, before something can be said it is excessive, definitely it is useful. So in as much as it is useful, but it is taken beyond quantity, definitely it has been abused. So now sometimes these drugs are taken for so many reasons. So these reasons could be personal reasons that some of those persons takes for themselves. Sometimes some persons might have personal depression, emotional depression, and feel they can go for drug abuse and they get themselves satisfied. So most times a lot of reasons. Sometimes some persons use it for positive reasons and some persons use it for negative reasons.
Mr. Ko, thank you very much for that idea on drug abuse. In Calabar, we have had incidences of a lot of young people within the epicenter. If you go around Calabar Road roundabout, you have young people that are into drugs, and you see them roaming the street doing one funny thing or the other because of the impact of that drug. So what would be your advice to young people or young people in their youthful age? So what would you advise young people?
Like I used to tell people that gone are those days that people take drugs with illiteracy.
Okay.
I feel illiteracy is not the major cause of all these actions.
Okay.
Sometimes, like currently, young guys, male and female, they feel it takes these drugs for cruise, according to what they themselves calls it.
Okay.
That's fun.
Fun. Okay.
They take it for
pleasure.
fun, for
pleasure. Call it pleasure.
Yes. So now sometimes they feel this is where they can take their pleasure from.
Okay.
And some persons, they takes it as a result of they feel they want to get their problem satisfied.
Okay.
So sometimes when all these things are coming up, they feel indulging in this drug abuse is the best option for them.
Okay. So what would be your advice to people that are into drugs, people that are taking drugs? What would be your advice for them?
Like, I cannot just advise, because there are so many classes of people who are indulging themselves in this drug abuse.
Okay.
Like, I know very well that some persons whom the society may not advise, whom the society may not expect such action from them, are indulging themselves into it.
Okay.
Like some persons, like sometimes like barristers, before they are going to the law court for any judgment or all of those things, they feel they can take this in to give them courage.
Okay.
So now, if they themselves are using it, so how much more to other persons that we feel they are not going to school?
Okay.
So, like, even there are some persons that when they want to go for major occasions like that, that they are expected to give out many things.
Okay.
They feel when they are under the influence of this drug abuse,
okay,
they can perform better.
Okay.
So now, I know very well that all this thought is a fallacy.
Okay.
I know that all this thought is a fallacy, because we cannot just say that taking them will give you courage, because the courage it will give to you, sometimes it might not be real courage. Because when these drugs get expired, you come back to your real sense and you see yourself doing what you were supposed to do. So that is not the best option.
Okay.
So now my own advice to people who are victims of this drug abuse is you can be the best version of yourself with or without drug abuse.
Very true.
You can be the best version of yourself. All you have to do is to train your mind. If you are going through personal depression, it is the best way to go get yourself out of these problems is for you to go out on your personal treatment.
Okay.
Like, treat your mind. Not, it might not be medical treatment, but treat your mind. Like, filter what you think. Some of this depression will go off. So now once you know that, okay, I'm under personal depression, going through emotional depression, once you know that this is where I find myself,
Okay.
know that, okay, I should be able to think of something better than drugs
Okay.
before going out of this situation. Then, for some other person that knows about the effects of drugs and they are still doing it, sometimes it is always said that man is always presented with decision. One thing that makes us men is our ability to choose. So, for this person that those person that knows the effects,
Okay.
yet they still go by it, I feel the injury, the harm that will be caused by this drug abuse, they are the best people to suffer it.
Okay.
But sometimes we always complain because the society now gets affected when they take these drugs and begin to misbehave along the streets. So now when they begin to misbehave along the streets, a lot of things will come up. So some of these ways, me, I believe that Nigeria as a whole, we've outgrown the stage of illiteracy. That I don't know the effects of drug abuse, or I don't know why I'm into drug abuse.
Okay.
Because a lot of persons have, like, I started having orientations about drug abuse right from my primary education. Now until I'm in the tertiary institution now. So I cannot just tell myself that, if I want to tell myself the truth, I'm not ignorant of drug abuse.
Okay.
So now, for those persons that knows about it, it is best known to them. But I want to tell them that stop abusing the society. Let us always try to present Nigeria, our state as well, Calabar as a central, as the headquarters of Cross River State. I will always love to advise that let us try to keep ourselves up to the task, and let us try to see that we give the best out of ourselves, so that we will not tarnish the image of Cross River as a whole, because we are not ignorant of drug abuse.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oko. It's nice speaking to you on CIF TV, and we appreciate your time sharing your own opinion of what constitutes drug abuse in Calabar, Cross River State, and in Nigeria in general. We really thank you for finding time to talk to us on CIF TV. Thank you very much, and we look forward to having you on our program on subsequent edition. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome.